Hello, DigiFam. It is Prodigious. Guys, excuse me. I just actually woke up, had some stomach issues the other night, so I'm a little late to the party on the announcement of this, but not that late. We finally got news of what the ban restriction list is, and we're about to go over it right now. But just a quick reminder, if you are enjoying my content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel grow. I'm trying to get more stuff out there to you. I do keep at least a small finger on the pulse of competitive Digimon, but for the most part, I am casual and I enjoy the IP and I want to see it continue to thrive and grow even with the latest developments. Alright, so we got a ban restriction list. The announcement was just made. It will be going into effect on April 4th. Let's go ahead and take a look and see just what exactly got hit. And from this, we can kind of see the future of Digimon going forward. Alright, so the biggest surprise is that they actually managed to unrestrict at least 2 cards. They brought back Sunshine Burst, the option card that we got a while back that I believe people were using back in the Shoutmon Cross decks more so than they did in the actual intended deck of Marcus and Shine Greymon. It's the option card that allows you to basically, for 5 cost, play a tamer, and then for each tamer you have on board, you get to minus DP a body on your opponent's side by I think 3,000 for each tamer. And then another card that got unrestricted was Mock Galgamon. This card was restricted due to its ability to, with its inheritable at least, allow you to keep on getting some unsuspends, I think is what it does. To be honest, I can't quite recall exactly what it does, but I can tell you the cards that are going to 1 have definitely been a issue for a lot of decks in the meta for a long time. Starting off with the BT23 Shikuamon that can DNA. This card was mainly seen in combination with Hoodimon. So now Hootie can go ahead and just start using something else instead. I don't know if this is going to really effectively slow down Hoodimon too much. It will maybe keep the loop from being as abusive as it was, but it can still be abusive. So I think this is going to be more of a slap on the wrist type of deal. Pardon me. Next, going to 1, which I don't think this is also going to be that much of a deal, because I think most Malo Myotismon decks that were running this for the loop that they did, I think they mainly just ran 1 copy anyway, and that is the BT3 copy of Malo Myotismon that had piercing and did some shenanigans with that combo. So those 2 feel like they're kind of a slap on the wrist type of deal, if you ask me, in my opinion. But supposedly will hopefully slow down the abusive loops that those 2 decks were doing. But the next 3 cards are definitely going to shake things up in terms of the decks that have been running these. So we got, pardon me again, Skull Baluchimon from BT10, which had an effect on it that said basically if you pitch this through an effect that discarded it, you can have something of yours digivolve into a undead or dark animal trait card in your trash. I think this was a card they decided to try and start implementing into Fenriluga to try and help make up for Fenrilugamon's last ban restriction list that hindered it. Obviously, it did not do anything too strong in order to try and fix that problem, but it was definitely run in the other dog engine that we have seen for a long time now, of where Purple likes to build a deck using just the dog engine, which the rest of the dog engine is pretty much on here as well, of where you can go ahead and just go into EX5 Doberman X, get his on-play effect, let you draw a card, pitch a card, get retaliation, and have that whole shenanigan there, as well as EX5's Cerberusmon X, which has been used in Lavaya, has been used in Lord Nightmon X Antibody, has been used in Anubismon. I mean, there's just so many purple decks that ran this particular engine just because it was the best engine to run. There was no need to try and run anything else when you had something that was this consistent in terms of being able to cycle through your pieces, especially if you combined it with Protoform X Antibody, which is a card I think probably deserves to get put on the list, but obviously it's not. So yeah, this ban restriction list honestly feels a bit underwhelming. I don't think it's going to really change things too much. If anything, I think going forward we're going to see the return of certain decks being problematic because of the unrestriction of some cards. But only time will tell. Let me know your thoughts down below. Are you happy with the ban restriction list? Are you unhappy with it? Do you feel like it is something they should not have touched in terms of the restricted cards? Do you think it's something they shouldn't have touched when it comes to the unrestricted cards? Give me your comments and feedback down below. And just a quick reminder, keep an eye out for more of my Digital Gate tournament segments that I'm having here on the channel. I'm going to try and get some more recordings in of that and have that throughout the week as I have before. But this has been Prodigious, and I will see you next time.